this against her. I don't want my son being around her. And on a second note, AJ basically has the right to say, well, he's my son. I've got custody. He's in my care. Your son doesn't want to see you. So why does it bother you? And mother that doesn't care about her son. I don't know. I'm not going to say she doesn't care. But her mother that's not really actively involved in her son's life. Why is that your problem? Who I'm going to see? But I think it's a matter of, I don't think it's the case of AJ having a life. I think it's a case of because it's Laura, this one individual. The courts have told her to go to her parenting group and she couldn't be asked to go and miss that night. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Court assassin, really, she's not really having much of a leg to stand on. Yeah, we all know Laura has gone on about court assassin quite a lot. I will agree to some extent with Delusive. It's got a bit much sometimes. And they've both gone back and forth. But I do think it's a tit for tat scenario. A tit for tat scenario. It's like tit for tat. And we all know what Court Assassin's done in this app. Yes, people in her circle have done things. Laura and AJ. Laura and AJ are wanting clout. They are bad, if not worse. Laura's obsessed with Sia. Well, see, everyone's entitled to their opinion here. We've got some people for Sia, some people not for Sia. Who's for her, who's not. If Sia cared, she would use her money to fight for her kids. Well, that's true. I'm not really going to voice my opinion too much on what I think of Sia, because I want to try and be as, like, what's the word? Biased as I can. So if you just look at it these ways, she's seen it as that I don't want this one around my kid. Who do you think's in the right? I don't... Neutral. That's the word. Neutral. Thank you. Someone's quoted me on neutral. I don't like Sia, but I actually think what Laura and AJ are doing is wrong. AJ and Laura's friendship is built on mutual hatred for Sia. This is what I mean. Well, could we look at it like that and say, well, they've teamed up and tag teamed up against Sia? Could you look at it like that? Because from an outsider view, it kind of looks like that. I'm not saying that's what it is, but from someone looking from the outside, that's what it looks like. Guys, can we tap the screen, share the live? Let's do your thing. If you haven't got your heart me and get your heart me, and thanks, Titch. Laura and AJ are friends, they want to meet. They can. That's what, there's so many levels to this. Like, loads of people are going to be Team AJ, whatever. Loads of people are going to be Court Assassin. But just put your logic heads on what is right and wrong here. Do I think their first meeting should be with the children? I actually don't. No, I don't. I think they should meet separately by themselves first and then involve the children. Which I think that's with everybody. Like, if you meet first, like meet first and then introduce the children to each other. People don't know each other. They have been speaking for a long time. That's a good point. AJ told Laura the beef with Sia, nothing to do with him. It's their beef. That's what I mean. It is their beef. But then obviously their son's now involved. And them two are parents to the son. I did say the girlfriend's going as well. The girlfriend's going as well. So the girlfriend's in on it as well. So, like, it's not just AJ is going to meet her by herself. I'm not sticking up for no sides here. A family day out. But then is that not going to really piss Court Assassin off? Then we're all playing happy families. When she doesn't want her son around Laura. Laura gets on with the girlfriend. Well, that's fine. They're friends, aren't they? AJ met Ems to wind C up. And he said that today. So proof why he does these things. Well, I think we all knew that was to piss Ems off. I think the whole internet knew that was to piss Ems off. To piss Courts off. I think the whole internet fucking knew that, didn't they? The whole internet just saw that one coming. So could this be seen as tit for tat again? I'm not saying it's not. Nobody quote me on anything because I'm not getting involved. I'm just speaking on today's drama because I am a gossip page and we talk all things gossip round here. And this is a talk of the app today. The son will know why his dad is in time and will. Do you know what I just think? Keep it off the goddamn internet. Just keep it off the internet. Because you know what? There's a digital footprint. And despite what anyone thinks, this kid is going to come across this one day. The kid is going to come across this one day. And he's going to see everything that's going on. Thank you, Queen Kim. He's going to see everything that's going on. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. He's going to see everything that is going on. Now, I don't care if you lot say it's not gonna, and it's not gonna see it, and it's not gonna get out there. It is. But then again, does his son really want to see his parents arguing? Like, on the internet? Despite, because when he's old, you could have a different opinion of his mother. No one can predict the future. Hi AJ, we are talking about you and Court Assassin. We are, and I'm not saying anything bad on both sides. I'm just obviously, you know, I'm gossip around here. I'm the talk of the apple again. That's what I just said, AJ. Like, the son already getting shit because of CA's behaviour. That's what I mean. Like, you in a sense, you can see a bit of both sides. Obviously, AJ's got more rights over the son. Obviously, you can see in Court Assassin's head, she is angry because that's her worst enemy. But like I just said again, she has no rights over the son. And she can't really tell AJ what to do. But in the back of her head, she is seeing it as, that's my son. And like I always say, a son that she doesn't care about, well, not care about, but I can't say she doesn't care about him because I don't know what she's thinking or feeling. But in her eyes, that's her son. So if we just look at it on a whole, not taking sides, she sees that might be as her son, and you're taking him to see my worst enemy. Now just think like if you had a worst enemy. But does she have any rights to be this mad and this angry when she doesn't even look after his welfare? I don't think so, no. Is it going to upset her? Maybe so, because of the person who it is. And because of the person she's seeing. I mean, the person AJ's seeing. Obviously, it's gonna infuriate you a bit. Just say you've got a beef, it's going to infuriate you a bit. Do you get what I mean? It's gonna trigger you a little bit to get a bit angry. Does it entitle the response she's giving? No. No, I don't believe that her response is right. The outrage, the things that she done. When was it? When she was drunk? I've read the other day. That is a disgrace. You just remember your digital footprints all over on the internet. Her actions the other day, thank you for the harming, her actions the other day was absolutely vile and disgusting. So would I really want my kid around that kind of behaviour? No. But I can see in a Sunday it was vile, wasn't it? I've never seen out like it. Shaking the screen for a bottle, mate. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting behaviour. And that's coming from a mother who wants to have relationships with her children. Do you get what I mean? The child a certain way because he dislikes his parent. That's what I mean. So obviously AJ's son doesn't want to see her. Thank you. Doesn't want to see her. I understand that. And rightfully so. Well, not rightfully so, but would I want to see my mum in that way? Probably not, no. Do I think that they should try and keep it off TikTok? Yes, and I know AJ's tried his best to keep it off TikTok. And I'm not just saying that because AJ's in the room, because we all know I give my opinion regardless. But has he tried to keep it off TikTok? Yes. Does she bring certain subjects up in TikTok? Yes. Is her TikTok beef with Laura got anything to do with the children? No. So why can't we just leave the kids out of it? I'm forced to say things all the time I don't want to talk about. Yeah, I understand that. I do understand that, AJ. You are put in a predicament where you have to defend yourself, which rightly so. And everyone knows I have been for Laura and Team AJ or whatever, but I'm just trying to see it as a neutral ground. If we look at the whole picture as a neutral, can we see why she might be upset a little bit? Does it need to be brought onto TikTok? Probably not, no. But just as a whole, I can like, just think, like, say your worst enemy was going to see your child. You would not like it. I don't think this is up for public opinion. What do you mean, Becky? The whole app's talking about it. But Sia was brought Laura's kids in, but Laura never said a bad word. That's what I mean. Now, I've not said anything bad, Laura, about anyone. I'm just saying what they brought to TikTok this morning, Becky. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Oops.
Oh, here we go.
See, I know you always hold your opinion, and you've always she's fair. But listen, guys, I've even told her about herself once before as well, and I blocked you, didn't I? See, this is what I'm saying. So I'm transparent with everyone, me. So I just, but you know what it is I've always said that none of this shit should have been on the app. I was on here. I was on here for a year before anyone knew I had a child,
Yeah.
and they only knew I had a child because of said person. Obviously, everyone's going to have an opinion on it. I can't sit back and be mad at everyone for having an opinion.
Okay.
What irritates me is the displaced rage towards certain things and the ignorance and the blindness to certain. These top creators are getting behind her and being her best friend and saying it's all wrong. It's like, but they've got to realize that me and Laura were friends way before the beef between her and CA started.
That's true. But do you not see how Court Assassin might be a bit pissed
Yeah,
off?
no, I can completely see how she might have thought that, but we planned to do this last year.
All right, then that's fair enough.
So but I shouldn't have to come on and tell everyone these things because that's my personal life. But now I'm having to justify it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's because it's a TikTok beef and everyone can see it. And then Laura's put up the fights.
Right, Drama Llama, I'm not being funny, but how can you say that I'm as bad as that other person? I do not come on this app 24/7 and scream and shout and argue about her, tell everyone how shit she is, and do all this. I keep it to myself, to be fair. I come on for 2 hours in the morning and I'm not on the app anymore, really, because of that situation. So it's like, yeah, I get mad by trying to protect my child. My son now has had people take the piss out of him because of his son, because of his mum, because he's getting to that age where kids have got social media.
That's what I've just said. Yeah, I've just said that.
But on the flip side, all his mates fucking love me because they say, "Oh, your dad's cool. He plays music." Because I'm not arguing with people. I'm not. Did you see what I'm saying? So there's a big.
I don't think you argue, and I've been in your morning lives, and they're pretty fun. You keep yourself out of the drama now.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not interested with it at all. Do you know what I mean? And it's sad that I have to keep on responding to these things because the more I stay silent, the more people start believing said things that get said. But
then it's just
what you guys will also realize, or if you haven't realized, I'll make you realize now. Whenever I start saying any facts, do you notice how said people start talking over me and they don't let me speak? You see, and they don't let me get those facts out, and then they deflect on certain things. So that should tell everyone everything. Now, she also admitted that she's been taking me to court for 6 years, and in those 6 years, not once has she won. Now, as a man, I should not be in that position because women are always in a higher position when it comes to family courts, and we all know this. So that shows you that there should be a level of threat, and that's why he is with me constantly, and he has been with me since he was 4.5. My son is 11 this year.
Yeah.
You know?
When do we think this is going to become not a TikTok issue?
I don't know. I don't know because I've tried to not talk about it. I've not spoke about it until I've had to respond. So I don't think it will ever stop because, unfortunately, this is the only way said person gets views, is by being outlandish, by drinking.
I was just saying, and I think in the future he's going to be able to see all this.
That's it. And that's the most shocking thing. And I even said to Ange, and I said this to my missus as well, I said the most horrible thing about this year is my mum is my best friend. I am so upset that my son cannot have the same relationship that I have with my mum. I talk to my mum about everything. I don't know if you've seen the video of me and my mum when I had my new niece. You know, that's the bond that me and my mum have. She is my queen. You get me? No one says anything about my mum, and if you do, you're about to get it, and I'll catch a case for my mum. I don't care. And that's how boys should really be about their mums.
Right, if we just look at it on a whole, right, and I try and be like non-biased because obviously I like you, whatever. Do you not think you could have met Laura without your child?
It's 6 weeks holidays and I have full custody of my child and I don't live near my family. What do people expect me to do?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just putting the question out there because
this is what I'm trying to say. What did they expect me to do?
Yeah, you've got no childcare. The mother's not involved.
Exactly. Like, so when you guys are trying to say that I'm this bad person and there's red flags and this, you guys have got to understand that I'm only just responding. I never come in here screaming and shouting at you guys. Even when people say shitty comments to me, I still respond in a dignified manner because.
But why can't he meet her with the child? Just That's true. Why can't he meet with the child? But
Right, so Drama Llama, I can't drop him at his mum's because social services are involved, and there's a court order that he's not allowed to be around his mum, and that's due to social services and court. So when everyone's telling me, oh, you should just go and drop it, no, because the last time I went up there with him, I got in trouble. Well, why should I leave him with my mum? My mum is a retired woman that travels around with her husband. You know, like, it's very rare that I get an opportunity to drop my kid off at my family's, and I don't want to just sack my kid off to my family's. If I'm doing something, I'm going to enjoy it. And it's like, my missus is going to have her kids. I've got my son. Laura's got her kids.
people around, guys. It's not just like he's going with Laura and then there's kids. There's other kids there as well. He's got his girlfriend there.
Why do I need to get a childminder? Why? You know, it's a 6 weeks holidays.
That is true. And they're just having a nice day out, guys. If you look at it from that point of view, they're just going to have a nice family day out with all the children.
That's it.
I think
I'm
everyone's
going home.
surprised and angry because of who the person is.
Yeah, my son does have a relationship with his grandparents because we do go to my mum's house, but also my mum is always busy on a weekend because they are retired and she's a poet, so she has to go to a lot of events. My mum's an ambassador for a charity as well, so she also goes to a lot of events. You know, like, you've got to understand, we're adults. I'm nearly 40. I can't just rely on my parents all the time to do certain things. Who relies on the parents 24/7 in our big old age?
That is true. We're big old people. There are children.
You see what I'm saying? It's our responsibility to look after our kids.
Right, let's just go for something.
It's Nats, you're wrong. It's not 50-50. I have full custody. And if I had 50-50, why have you not seen my son at her house?
That's true, because she did choose TikTok over her son. But I'm not going to get into that one.
No. I've had him way before TikTok.
Yeah.
So...
That's what you mean by 50-50. Who you on about? Who's got 50-50 custody?
No, we don't. No, she doesn't have parental rights either. She doesn't have none of that. And this is the whole reason. She's even taking me back to court next week, and I didn't tell any of you lot anything until she's just gone and said it all on Angie's live. I didn't talk about it. Once again.
Do you think it's because Laura's gone and put it on TikTok that she's coming to see you?
But it's not just me she's coming to see, though. She's going to see Sally as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no one's made a big issue about that.
All right, guys, she's not just coming to see AJ, so she's coming to see Sally. So if she's put it up, she's making it clear that she's coming to see people. And one happens to be AJ.
Do you know what I mean? And my dad lives in Chorley, which is near Manchester. I live in Huddersfield. It's a long way away.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. I'm from them. I'm from up north, guys.
Exactly. So
they're not round the corner from each other.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's the app is just a load of misplaced anger all the time. I think people need to stop getting involved in other people's personal situations when it involves children. I think it all needs to fucking stop. I've said this from the beginning.
Yeah.
No one's kids need to be talked about. It's boring to me. You know what I mean? And it's
go back and forth, just leave the kids out of it.
There you go. And that's it. And unfortunately, because I have a child with said person, I'm getting pulled into it.
Not from me, from your accent. I'm from Yorkshire, I'm from Bradford, hon.
She's from Yorkshire. Stop begging it, AJ. Give CA 50% custody. Why?
But one minute, AJ. That's not AJ. That's not in AJ's control to give 50%. That's the courts.
That's through social services. That's through the reports that they've done. That's from all the interviews that they've done with my child as well. In school, not around me. From what she'd done previous as well. And from the attitudes that she behaves on the app as well. So when you're telling me to do something like that, I am not going to put my child in a position where he's at risk. Now, if you do not understand that, you fucked in your head. That's as best as I can say it.
Why would you want to give 50% anyway? That's true. Well, do you know what it is, Ginger? I'm not going to get into the whole dynamics of that. He's just here to prove his point. It's up to the courts what the 50%.
Yeah. So when you guys want to misplay your arguments with me, it's not me. It's the court system.
I think he's just answered that TikTok. I forgot what your name is, but he just said why Laura's announced it on TikTok. Because she's not just coming to see AJ, she's coming to see someone else. This is me not siding with anyone. I'm an open opinion here.
He's begging it in each live, begging it. I've been in Angie's. I went into Alex Brigham's for 2 seconds, and I'm in here because I'm friends with Gossip.
Yeah.
Like, I think I blocked you earlier, and that's because you were saying some shit about me. So I understand that you're a troll, and you're probably either a Baron Karen or you've lost your kids as well. Now that's nothing to do with me, and I do apologise about that. But stop being bitter at the world because you can't have kids or be around them. That's your beef, not mine. Okay, darling? Just misplace anger there. You know what I mean, sweetie? Have some decorum about you. Anyway, Gossip, thank you very much for letting me into the box.
Yeah, you have to say, so everyone is cleared up now. You all know, you've heard it. What's going on?
Listen, I'm not here to be an angry person. I'm not here to shout at people. All I want to do is just fucking play music and have a laugh and a joke on the app. Do you know what I mean? Shit just keeps on coming my way, unfortunately, and it is what it is.
I just don't think it's going to stop, and you need to resolve a stop.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why I'm making it stop? I've started a spicy page, guys. Link in the bio. Everyone, fucking come and sub to me, and then I can fuck off TikTok. Right. Anyway, love you, darling. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, I think you all heard that first. It's kind of fucking spicy page. Right, guys, we've got to the bottom of it. I don't think they're ever going to resolve it either. I think it's a case of, can we all just keep the kids out of everyone's mouth, right? And on that note, I'm going to go because there's quite a few of you in here and I'm not used to these numbers. Do you know what I mean? I feel a little bit intimidated with this amount of people in my room, right? So I'm going to go. You've heard it from him. If anyone else wants to get in my box, let me know. Does anyone else want to get in the box while I'm here? Does anyone else want to have the talk, say on it? Because we can have a discussion. You've done great. I know, think about me. Shit myself then. Anyone want to get in the box? Anyone want to have a say? Request the box. We can have a discussion between ourselves about it. Your opinion, whatever you feel. We can all discuss it. If not, I'm going to head off. And yeah, I don't really like these numbers. I'm used to my little life, guys. Anyone want to get in the box? Anyone else want to talk or discuss it? Give their opinion? The boxes are open. FIP drama, no, do you know what I mean? Drama. Fucking hell. Right, someone's in the box. Let's go. All right, here we go. We can have a discussion, guys. Hi. Hi.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I'm a parent who's had to keep my kids away from another harmful parent, and like, it is so hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, the people aren't all bad, and when you see that goodness in someone, you want to give a chance, but there's only so many chances you can give before you can say enough is enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's bound to be hard on AJ and the child. Like, my kids talk about their dad now and then, and they, like, I won't say anything bad about him in front of them, but they remember things themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're not out here to hurt someone.
All I think is the kid is going to see this in the future. Can we just not keep it off the app?
Yeah. See, I had all my life plastered all over the app as well. I had a stalker that plastered everything about me all over the app. So I understand that side of it too. Do you know what I mean? It was devastating for me to see, never mind for my kids to see when they're older.
Because this is a digital footprint. These two are both leaving, and I have said that to AJ. And I said to him in the past, this morning's shit show was a shit show. And that poor child is going to have to grow up knowing his parents were on an app. And when's it going to stop? At what point? When are we going to say enough's enough?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no fucks given. The people can talk about it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying.
My internet's playing up. Hold on.
When is it for the parents? Obviously, we can all have our say and talk about it. I agree. Like, thank you, babe. We can all have our say in it because it's a talk of the app right now, and I'm not bad mouthing no one's kids. I'm not going to bad mouth anything like that. But I'm just saying, for the parents, when will it stop them two going at each other? Obviously, if it's on the app, people are going to talk about it. No, you're being honest, thank you. People are going to talk about it. Once you're on the app and you bring it to the app, people have their opinions, people have their sides, people will join forces. But at what point will it stop for the child? And like AJ saying, he's wanted to stop forever, but someone's back in the box. Are we getting up in the box, guys? God. There we go. Sandy's in the box as well to have her say.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Hiya. You okay?
Yeah, good, yeah.
As you know, I like AJ. I think he's a nice lad, but I just don't think any parenting should be done on the app. I think it should be done behind closed doors.
100%.
I does not agree with that, even though I do really like him. He does look after him, and you know he has his reasons why he can't go and see Court Assassin. But I don't agree with that.
I'm thinking at this point, what is it going to take for one of them to come off the app fully?
Court Assassin, I'll never come off it. Have you seen her begging the other day for £5?
I know that was a disgrace one in itself, but I'm just thinking, is it going to be a case of one of them has to come on the app to protect the kid? Because at this point, no, it's not going to stop from nobody's side.
No, and it's not, and that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I don't think AJ as much is here for the clout, but I definitely think Court Assassin is. She's got no other way in life, really, has she?
That's true. She's
and to be honest with you, like, I wouldn't. Would you want your kid round her? Have you seen the way she acts?
True, that's true. Why would you want your kid around her, guys? Because, like, we all saw the antics the other night. But then on the other hand, she says she's been trying. She wants to make an effort.
Yeah, but if you're trying, like, I do agree with AJ in the respect that, look what she's doing. Like, a kid's friend's parents are seeing that on the app.
Right, 1 minute, Nats. He won't leave the app 50-50 his custody. AJ is not a good dad. Look at Mad. Are you on about Mad Hatter there? But the Mad Hatter situation is long gone, right? It's long gone, Nats, right?
Yeah,
How can you say someone's not a good dad, right? Despite all the arguing and whatever goes on here with AJ, right? The courts have given him custody. He looks after his son every day, and I'm going to say that. Despite what I think about either sides, he looks after his son every day. The son is in his care, and to me, that makes you a really good dad.
I think AJ should just not retaliate to her on the app.
But
like,
then, if we look at it from all sides, then AJ kind of has to defend himself, doesn't he? When
I get that, but he's just lowering himself to her standards. Like, why would he want to do what she's doing? Like, she's having a shouting match on Angie's Live. Like, Angie's Live, why? Why are you on Angie's Live doing it?
That's what I thought. I did think it, but I think it's because Angie's got the big enough platform to get the numbers in, and she knows it's gonna, because like all of her side's gonna go over. She's gonna get the support. Angie kind of agrees with her in a way, doesn't she? Angie's got her own opinions, and Angie agrees. Stalking and all that.
Yeah, but I just don't think they should have done it, especially on Angie's platform.
No, I don't think they should be doing it.
Platform, it's too much, and they're not so much AJ, but they're not thinking of the kids at all in the long run.
Yeah, Tam, you're right. Angie only does care about the numbers. No, none of these bigger hosts really care about the child and what's going on. They just care about that. Whereas I do care for the child, and I do wish that the child doesn't have to see this in the future. But obviously, it's already out there now.
Yeah, and it's already out there now, and that's the thing. You've got to think before you speak.
Agency kept getting it sent to thousands of people. Well, Court Assassin really shouldn't have gone on there and done what she did this morning.
It's hard, isn't it? Because I get that. Obviously, if I was sat in a room and I was getting slated, I'd want to defend myself. But it's hard because you've got to think of the child.
It's 50-50, even great path visits. No, I'm sorry, right? It's not 50-50.
No, it's not.
I'm actually going to get a bit angry now, Nats. I'm so sorry, right? Because I know you're coming here quite a bit. But it's not 50-50 when the courts assign you full custody. It's not 50-50. If the court has given you full custody of your child, it's not 50-50. If you've got to go to supervised visit, it's not 50-50. Let's get that straight. I'm not on nobody's side here. I'm not taking sides, but it's not 50-50.
No, it's definitely not. Like, kids get put with the dads or the mums every single day and give them full access, you know.
Yeah, it's not 50-50. When the court gives you full custody, that does not give the parent 50-50 access. Because if that's the case, the kid would be staying half the week at the mum's, half the week at the dad's.
Yeah, they definitely would.
That's 50-50 access.
You've got to think as well, guys, just all in the room.
He showed the proof, no problem. What proof? How does he need proof? The kid's in his care.
Oh my God.
Right, AJ wants to get back up. I can't get back in. Okay. I don't know, my bottom screen's gone different.
Yeah, you didn't know.
No, you know what, Sans? I completely agree with you, but I just want to address this, Nats.
Yeah.
Darling, can you remember last year when the whole shit happened when Mad Hatter sent Evil Queen the voice recording from social services when the whole shit show was going on? and social services deemed that he is not allowed to be around her. If she had 50-50 with me, the social services would have never have said that. That's
Yeah,
all I'm gonna say.
I
That's all
remember.
I'm gonna say. You guys carry on your conversation. I'll leave you guys to it now.
Thank you. There we go. That's what I mean. It has already been. There's a custody agreement. He's got full parental care. I don't understand what's so hard to understand here. Show proof. There was proof. Mad Hatter came on and she exposed the phone call with the social services. What more proof could you actually want, Nats?
It's not just that, hasn't Court Assassin actually said on a live once that AJ's got full access to him?
Yes. There's no proof. He's gone through the courts. There's no proof needed. No, I'm not here to bash Court Assassin. I'm not here to bash her and to say she's the worst mother in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what went on
It's not far off. I'll bash her if you want me to.
Sandy will bash her, but I'm just here talking about what went on this morning because it's a talk of the app and I'm a gossip page. AJ already knows this, and I will say my opinion. She said she's 50-50. Nat, what planet are you living on?
No, she did not.
If she's got 50-50 cousin, do you mean the little girl? Because the little girl goes to stay with her, stayed with her in the week. Are you on about the girl?
Might mean
But she
that.
has 2 children.
Yeah, he isn't 50-50. She might be as the little girl.
Am I in a different planet, guys? AJ has full responsibility of his child. No, I'm not here to bash Court Assassin or whatever's gone on in that scenario. I'm just here to say, like, it needs to be kept off the app now. And I can understand a bit why Court Assassin might be angry because it's Laura, her enemy. But AJ has every right to do what he wants to do as well.
See, if it was just on their own, then I'd say, yeah, you know, maybe you shouldn't have took him. But if it's like quite a few of them meeting up with the kids, then...
Some super dads do need recognising green, right?
Dads don't get enough recognition, do they?
No, dads don't know. Some dads are doing the fucking mum's work here, the Lord's miracle work. But all I'm saying is, I'm not here to bash them. I'm just trying to say, let's discuss it and see both sides of the point. Because this morning it was fucking haywire in that live. It was a shit show. Everyone talked over everybody. But I can understand why Court Assassin is mad in a way, because that's the worst enemy. Does she have a right to be mad? I don't really think so, no. Am I here to bash her? No. But do I see kind of her why she's mad? Because Laura is her enemy. There's court cases going on. I can see why she's mad. Should it be brought to TikTok? No. Discuss it outside of TikTok.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, love. I really do. And that's all I jumped up to say. But
Okay,
yeah, keep smashing it, love. Keep being you.
Thank you. And then AJ has a right to see who he wants to see as well. But do you need to drop? Oh, she's dropped. But then again, should he be seeing Laura by himself without the kids first? Yeah, but he has come up and said he's a single dad, it's the summer holidays. What else is he going to do for childcare? Can we say this doesn't have to be a tit for tat between sides? It doesn't have to be a bashing of each other's sides. I've DM'd you. Okay, bipolar queen. We all angry at the point of when we don't get our own way. What do you mean, Shaz? Laura is live now. Talk about your wife. What's she saying? What is she saying? Go on. Laura's done all this. He said, I've not bashed Laura. I've not bashed a Court Assassin. I'm not here to bash anyone, guys. AJ is super dad protecting his son. That's true. He's out here protecting his son. I can't cam too right now. My phone's not working. This is why I can't do FYP news, guys. I told you AJ is a joke. What do you mean AJ is a joke? Nats, I don't understand what you're doing. Somebody please tell me what Nats is doing, because I'm lost. Courts is mad. She's not getting her own way. Maybe so. Maybe so. But I can just see at a point why she is mad. And like I said, I can see a point as well. AJ and Laura are friends. Am I speaking deaf? By taking him to spend time with someone else that hates his mum. Yeah, I see that. I do honestly see that. Nats is not making no sense. I do see that. Laura is using AJ to get to see her, do you think? It could look like that. From the back, it could actually look like that. It could. Because after all the back and forth they've done, and obviously AJ has come on and said he used Ames basically to make Court Assassin angry. So we can see how that is. But when is this going to end, guys? When is it actually going to end? When is anyone just going to think, nah, put the weapons down now, put the swords down, and just stop it? It's not worth anyone's mental health. If he forces his son to see CA, that will cause his son more trauma. That's what I mean. If his son doesn't want to see her, then the son doesn't want it. I don't like to speak on the son's own emotions, but that's down to them what to resolve. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of it like that. That's down to them to resolve. But I don't think it's good bringing it to TikTok and having all this drama back and forth. It's not going to end well. The meeting should be kept on social media. I do 100% agree with it. But obviously, they're going to want the content creators. Why not put his son down and see in his life even... What do you mean now? Nats! I'm not getting you. I'm honestly not getting what you are on about. I'm sorry, girl. I don't mind you. You've been in my life before, but I'm not getting what the heck you are saying. I'm honestly not getting it. Because someone please tell me what Nats is on about. Because I'm lost. And I don't want to get angry. But, like, I'm lost at what she's saying. Get her in the box. Oh, God. Get Nats. Do you want to jump in the box? Because I'm actually confused with what's going on here. He has full custody. Don't think you're reading her comments properly. Why team TPR? What's going on? Am I misreading it? Like... Have you been through severe DV? Nats, what do you mean? What kind of questions is that to ask me? And yeah, I have suffered DV. I will openly say it. So what's the point? No, honey, it's fine. I'm just confused. When I get all confused, my ADHD goes wild. I'm so sorry, guys. Because Nat's been in my life before. We've had conversations. We've been fine. Right, 1 minute, sorry, let me just go back up these comments. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm so sorry, guys. My lives don't normally get this busy. Right, in the contact centre, I think they've already tried this. I think they've actually tried this already. I think they've tried every aspect already, and it's not worked out. Right, guys? Oh, you're fine, lovely, you're a genuine person, thank you. I just thought I'd come on and give a perspective from all angles, because this morning it went haywire. Yeah, it's not my place to talk about, and like, etc, but it went a bit haywire this morning, and I think we just have to try and look at it from both sides, in a sense of logic thinking. Do you know what I mean? And just think about the children. That's basically all I really wanted to come on and say, was just think about the goddamn children. Maybe you don't want to view him like... as he is your mate. No, I'm very open, Nats. Nats, right, let me say this straight. I am very open. I am very open and I'm very honest. Nobody gets my side. I'm not a part of anything. And I have said to AJ, the kids need to be off the app. It shouldn't be spoke about. I don't know the ins and outs of their court case. Not for me to worry about. It's not my issue. What my issue is, bringing it to the app and everyone can see it. That's where I'm talking about. That's where I'm going for. And I've tried to see everyone's point of view, not just AJ's. I've said, can we try and see Court Assassin's point of view as well on this one? I've tried to see the whole picture, not just from one side. Yes, AJ's my friend on this app. Yes, I've had his back in certain things. Yes, I've had Laura's back in certain things when I feel it's right. I'm trying to say, can we try and see everybody's point of view? Because I can kind of understand why Court Assassin is angry about Laura seeing her son. Because they are feuding and that's her son. But then I can see AJ's point of view as well. Because it's AJ's son, AJ's life. He looks after AJ full stop. He should be able to see who he wants to see. Do you get my point of view now? And I just think it's just going to end in total disaster. Something's going to happen really bad. I just see it happening. Someone's mental health is going to be really affected by this. Yeah, Nats, you want to jump in the box, babe, and explain? Like, I'm not trying to have a go at you, Nats, because you've been in my room before, but I'm just not good at understanding certain things. Can't got no custody, her opinion means nothing. See, I got no custody. That's what I mean. But I can actually see why she might be a bit upset. Because if that was me and I didn't have custody of my child and they were going to see one of my enemies that I didn't like, I can understand why she might be pissed off. I could actually see why she might be pissed off. Do you get what I mean? I can understand that. I can see why she's upset. Do I think it should be brought to TikTok? No. Do I feel like this morning's live was a shit show? Yes. The kid has got a digital footprint. The kid's going to see. No, she has no rights. I'm not saying she has a right on what AJ does. Let's get this right. I'm not saying she's got any right on what AJ does with his child. But I can see from a mother's point of view how you would be upset by taking someone to see somebody that you've got court cases against. Let's put it straight. Is it the fact he's upset, or is it the control? Like, why you's all still talking about it? Just get on now. Yeah, I'm gonna go anyway. She's upset because she feels no control. She's still, as I say, she's got parental responsibilities. Well, even if she does or not, I can understand why she's angry a bit. I can see that point. But then I can see the point of AJ's got full rights over the son. Mel, do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Like, I fully understand why she's upset. Do I think it needs to be taken off TikTok? Yes, I do. Do I feel like when's it going to end? When one of you seriously is mentally fucked in the head? Like, I know we went from the AJ Manhattan and the women. Well, Court Assassin said men. Court Assassin said men. She brought Barker around her house. No one questioned Barker. She's had Dean in round her house. No one's questioned Dean, which is very questionable. I wouldn't take my kids to meet my daughter's dad's stalker. Kim, that's what I mean. Like, I can see why she's upset. I can see why she's upset. But then I can see AJ's point and all him and Laura and that I've had to deal with as well. Do I think it's right on the app? No. Would I just want it to stop for the child? Yes. That's all I really came on to say. She was vexed when he went to Ems. It's none of her business. Yes, she was vexed, but AJ's admitted to doing that to piss her off as well. He went to Ems to piss her off. So at what point is enough enough? If CA was a good person, the police wouldn't have went to Barker's door. There's that as well. There's that as well. Now, I'm not here to question CA's parenting. Thank you for that, me. I'm just saying, in a sense of, I could see why a mother would be upset about that. Not saying she's right in anything she's done or anything like that, because she's not. Yeah, I think AJ's doing it to piss C off with that Laura. Maybe so. It could be all that. But I think they all gone back and forth. Yeah, they warned Barker, they did, yeah. And no one, AJ didn't question her about Barker. And Barker was round there. But again, she doesn't have the son always in the house. Tat for tat at this point. Some bits are tat for tat. Where Laura and her go back and forth. Some of it's tat for tat. Yes, I've seen a lot of things that has been done to Laura. And I've stuck up for that side. I really have. And I do think it's been disgusting what's going on in the app. Right, guys, I'm going to go anyway. Because, yeah, I'm done talking about it. And, yeah. It's just not going to get anywhere. It really isn't going to get anywhere. Tit for tat, yeah. Thank you, US Enemy. It really ain't going to get anywhere. No one's going to resolve anything. She called Laura's kids a husband. Yeah, I know that. And I'm not condoning anything she has done. I have gone in on Court Assassin. I have gone in on her. I have gone in 1,000,000 times. I'm saying this morning was a shit show. Like, this morning was a shit show. And from all sides, it was a shit show because there's a kid involved. And everyone knows my opinion on this. When it comes to kids, I'd like them to be left out of it all. You've got TikTok beef, you have TikTok beef. They got in their boxes together this morning in Angie's live. Do I think Angie's the best person to hold the live? No, not really. But she gets the views, don't she? She gets 4,000 people in a room. So they're going to want to express their feelings. That's what I mean. Worst enemy she should have done. She really should have done. This is why I don't think she has a say on what goes on, no. But I can see why she might be a bit pissed off. And I've never said Kaz Laura is a really good mum. I've never slated Laura. I'm not about to. I'm not about to go back and forth with any of them. I've slated Court Assassin loads of times. She doesn't have no responsibility, but I can see why she's angry. Let's just use your logic minds. Can you not see why she's angry? Because that's her worst enemy. Like, it'd be like if I didn't have parental responsibility for my kids, but then the dad's taken to see somebody I can't stand. I'd be a bit upset. I'm not saying she's right in anything. See, as on daughter was her saying TikTok comes before her. Well, I think TikTok comes before everyone. Right, guys, I'm going to go anyway. Hey, I'm going to go. It's been nice, but yeah, that's all I wanted to come on and flip and say. Right, I hope you all have a good day. And yeah, I'll see you later.
Exactly, you know, and this is what people don't understand, right? This is what people don't understand. AJ and myself talk more off this app. We talk on the phone every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Like, we literally speak every day on the phone. He's not long off the phone to me. What he did say to me was, and he's a fucking liar if he's listening, that he was actually going to close the app and put his phone down and take a breather. And I said, I'm going to go on and say hello and just speak for a good 20 minutes, and then that'll be me. I'm going to do the same. So you fucking liar. But he's just off the phone. He's going to... He has an event coming up. He has an event on. It's a special day for someone. And he says he was going to put the phone down. And deal with it. But my issue is, what is a problem with kids meeting them and becoming friends? Yeah, definitely, darling. But what's the issue with kids meeting and becoming friends? People have like a narrative mind, or it's set around one person. Okay, I have an issue with said person, right? And that person has an issue with me and has made it quite clear that my children are a massive issue. How my children are spoke about being prostitutes. My kids aren't allowed to go here. My kids aren't allowed to go there. No, I'm sorry, they're mine. My kids is just as innocent as your children talking to me and every other else child that's on this earth. And it actually scares me that people's mentality on this app and how they speak on children. It makes me physically sick. But then some people need mental help. There's nothing we can do regarding that. AJ and myself are 2 grown adults, and we made this plan, okay? Our downfall was getting it spoke about on the app. But I have literally sat and listened to creators on this app speak and go, oh, but she's on Hinge. You don't know if your child's in danger. For what way would a child be in danger? Why would a child be in danger? What's going to happen to that child? Like, the things I was literally hearing, that's why I lost it in Angie's box and told Angie to fuck up and fuck off. And I'm not going to change it. Do you know what's wrong? It's all one-sided. A said person doesn't have control over anything no more. And AJ's found a voice and he's using it and he's talking and he's speaking up and he's just doing his own wee thing, which he's allowed to do. This fella has had his son, okay? This fella has had his son and he's took took care of that child and he's had that child's best interest. Do you honestly think that fella's ever going to allow any harm to come to his children? And by fuck over my unalive body would I ever allow harm to come to mine? That's why I've lost my head on this app. That's why I've came across as probably a most unhinged bastard. That's why probably people look at me and go, fuck me, she's so unhinged or she's so don't bother. Do you see the things I have seen happening to my children on this fucking app, and you actually think I'm going to be unbothered bar someone sitting and having a conversation about me? I've woke up and seen my son's face deformed in the most horrible way and called an Nigger, monkey singing Muncie, and then it's another. Do you actually think anything on this app can actually hinge me now? Fuck's sake, guys, catch a grip. My kids are called prostitutes. One actually says they stalk my daughter's social media, and why does she not smile? She looks like this. Listen, enough's enough. Enough's enough. People can call me on hedge and people can call me whatever the fuck they want. I literally don't care no more. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like me. What do you mean, who brought it? Tell the app. So I'm good. Not everyone's going to like me. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I get it. Everyone's not going to change their minds. But listen, do you know that many people have messaged me and went, you know, we seen things on a certain way, but we see it this way. That'll happen one day too. All this arguing. I don't even know how I come out today. My cup of tea, 2 friends meeting. But this is the problem. Kids shouldn't be even involved in it. I don't know why it's getting like a big massive thing. Why when it comes to kids, leave kids alone. Oh, do you know what? I actually don't know. I think it's because I have spoke the truth and probably said a lot of what other people wanted to say, and I've just come out and said it. But I am going to say this. It is. No, you don't need to say sorry, darling. Don't ask the question. And another thing as well, if I was ever to meet any of the girls off this app too, it will be family orientated things. That's what I do. I bring my kids with me. My kids come with me. I don't leave my kids in the house. So it was originally just meant to be me and my little girl going, and then my daughter says to me, like, Mummy, sure, I'll be off work, so me and the child will come. And I went, right, okay, because we are a close family unit. We do things as a family, and if my daughter wants to come and join us, then so be it. People are going to run with their own narrative. I can't change everyone's mind. I'm not gonna even try and change everyone's minds. But I'm not gonna have any big creator on this app say the kids are at risk or kids are at harm or kids are a certain way, because they run with a narrative and they run with the bullshit and they go where the views are and they go where the gossip is. I don't care. I'm listening to creators on this app that don't even have a fucking kid to their name. Literally try and judge me on my parenting. Make that make sense. I'm literally listening to creators on this app who do not have children try to crack me on how I parent or speak off my parenting. One sits in her back bedroom pissed out. The other one is an evil bastard, and they're actually coming and going. And another thing too, who would even encourage and go ring social services on AJ because he's going to meet a friend? Do you actually understand how pathetic that sounds? Do you actually understand how desperate that sounds? Ring social services because AJ's going to meet a friend. I have never heard the most fucking things in my life. The nest, like, that's sick. That is sick. Years of all... It is. Like, you have all watched this fella. Says, this fella was on this okay? You have all watched him singly hand rear his son and do everything best for his son. He has had some trolling on this app. He has, even him ringing me, he actually rung me and he was actually a wee bit upset until he actually had to call with me and found out that I was crying, and then he actually felt bad because I'm in the middle of it. And the only thing that people don't like now is that man has a voice and that man has a backbone, and people don't like it because they want the private conversations off the app. No, he doesn't do that. People don't like that he's had that. And let me tell you this now, and I'm going to say this as true as I believe. Do you see if that man was actually to come on and open up about everything, and this is things that I know, that man, half of you would put your heads in shame. And I'm literally going to state that facts. That man's actually kept a lot of things quiet and is dealing with a lot of things himself and not coming on here and disclosing it on here. But do you see if that man actually was to do it? Fuck, a lot of you parents would be red-faced who's ever judged him. Believe me when I say that, a lot of you parents would be red-faced. Another thing what people have to take into consideration, when a child hits a certain age, okay, when a child hits a certain age, right, that child has his own or she's own mind to make. If a child doesn't want to have contact with the person, that's on the child. I always say this, and this is how I'll describe it. If you have your child around someone and your child hasn't got a good feeling, listen to that child. If your child senses something off someone that you have he or she around, listen to that child. That child has good reasons. It's telling you that. There's a reason why that child's telling you that. You know, it's that child's just not saying that for the sake of it. Kids' voices deserve to be heard. Kids' voices deserve to be heard. Who is anyone ever to overlook what a child wants because they're not of a certain age to speak? If your child senses bad feelings off someone, why the sense now? If your child's not comfortable around someone and acts a certain way, you listen to your child. Exactly. So do I, Han. So do I. Ebony, who's talking on children? I'm talking off my own children. So Ebony, who's talking off children? You've just come into my comments there. Don't block Ebony. Don't block her. Ebony, you've just come into my comments there when I've been speaking of my own children. So let me ask you this, Ebony, who the fuck are you to tell me I can't speak off my own children? Ebony, who the fuck are you to come into my life and tell me I can't speak on my own children? Who are you, Ebony, to tell me I can't come in and speak on my children, or I can't say if a children feels a certain way and they don't feel safe around someone? Who are you? Who are you to do that? Heidi, are you requesting a box love? Because it's not showing me. It's showing me you flashing, but it's not showing me to let you in. Heidi, do you want the box love? Ebony, who are you?
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
Oh, okay, because I was just flashing your name, but it wasn't coming up like the request.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Heidi. Oh, right, okay. Ebony, I'm waiting on you explaining who are you to tell me that I can't speak of my own children, and if I can't say the child doesn't feel safe around an adult. Speaking like what? Ebony, speaking like what? What would make me a wonderful mother? Let me see. Guys, before I say anything, can someone confirm to me Ebony's a bit of an older girl? Am I correct for what I've just seen there? Did it die, honey? Okay. Yeah, Ebony's okay. Ebony, you go and have a beautiful day, darling. I'm not going to disrespect you because you're older, but if I want to speak on how my children are, and I want to, Ebony's in her 60s having an opinion, yeah. So Ebony, you go and have a wee blessed day, darling, because I wish you well. I can speak on my children, and if children don't feel safe, I can speak on it, and that's exactly what I do. I have custody of my children, Ebony. I have custody of my children. My children are all in my car. Believe it or not, my little granddaughter still lives at home with me and with her mum as well. So, what? Good afternoon, it's just me. This is what I mean. Too many people say, and do you know what it is? Too many people in glass houses shoot and throw stones. People in glass houses shoot and throw stones. Hello, my honey. How are you? Are you okay? Someone just says you've been in Gossip Girl's backs, and I says you told me you were putting your phone down and you were going to relax, and I said I'm going to come on and say a quick hi and let everyone know that everything's okay, and you're going to put your phone down and go have a good day. But no, you're in yeah. Where are you? Why? Hello.
Well, darling, you know, one can give out advice, but one can't take it. You know.
I know.
I had to prove my point, darling.
I know, but you literally says to me and put my phone down. I said, like, go have a good day. I'm going to come on and say a quick hello and then do the same.
Help himself, can I?
No, Emily, and literally we're only off the phone, and I came live, and someone says to me, "Oh, he's in Gigi's box," and I'm like, "Guys," and they say, "He just told me he's putting his phone down to go out and have a good day."
He's a liar.
I'm a liar.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. It's just a bit mental in it, but it is. And as I said to Gossip, I says the thing is, right, people can have their opinions on stuff that we decide to put out on the social media. It is a bit draining sometimes, and it's a bit
The day's been the day's been hard. Much more than has. I'm not going to lie. That on both of his, we spoke before we came, and the day has been hard. But I have always called someone out on parenting and stuff. I've never spoke bad of your son.
Yeah, no.
Never ever, and you know that, and nor would I ever put your son at risk the same way I trust you with mine. And like Emily's going to be there with Emily's kids, and Sally's coming. What's the issue? Like Sally's going to meet me there as well the day before. So what's the issue? I just don't see the big mad issue and how it's being twisted and turned and hang.
Well, I don't know. Well, we're the talk of the town today, darling. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So,
it's our turn today to have this, and tomorrow it'll be someone else's turn.
yeah, that's it. So I am going to put my phone down now at this point, but I thought I can't go in someone else's box and not come in your box and say hello. It'd be very rude of me, do you know what I mean?
I know, but listen, Emily, make sure he puts his phone down and goes out with you and has a good day with the kids.
Yeah, I'm taking it off it and I'm confiscating it.
Yeah, and I don't blame her. You need to go and have a good family meal. Go on.
No, Han, you will not see me in an hour. Maybe half an hour.
AJ. He can't help himself.
I can't help it.
Yes, he can. I think honestly, for after the day, I think it's we put the app down for a while and just go spend family time.
Yeah, definitely. Right, I'm dropping. Have a good day, guys.
See you later. Emily, love yours. Bye.
Bye,
See you later. I think that's it strong. He's going to go and have a family day. I'm going to get my cleaning done and sorted in a shower. And I might come live later on and have a wee heart-to-heart with everyone and just discuss my feelings, because it seems to be that people are making out like I'm unhinged, and I need to explain that kind of way of why I would come across unhinged. I might actually show things why. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Hi, Princess, you back? Yes, do you want ice cream? Yeah. Right, okay. Right, guys, my little ones are back and have a few hours. I am. My little one's back. She's looking at ice cream. I'm going to go and get her sorted. I will just later on. Is he in the other court? Later on, when I get sorted and stuff, I'll have a heart to heart and I'll speak on why people think I'm unhinged. But for right now, everyone have a blessed day and see you all later. Thank you all for joining me. Bye.